Jimmy Kimmel not wasting any time before turning the tragedy at Santa Fe High School on Friday into a chance to get on his political soapbox yet again. Just hours after the shooting, Kimmel had this to say in his opening monologue.
Our leaders are sending their thoughts and prayers. President Trump said he is with the people of Santa Fe in this tragic hour and will be with them forever. Except for when it comes time to do something, then he will not be with them. Neither will any of the congresspeople or governors who don't ever do anything because they're fearful that will hurt them politically. They care more about the support of the NRA than they do about children.
Joining us with their reaction and a fair and balanced debate, Lawrence Jones, editor-in-chief of campusreform.org, and Antoine Seawright, a Democratic strategist. Good morning, both.
Good morning, Ed.
Antoine, I want to start with you. I seem to remember Jimmy Kimmel had his show during the Obama years, and I was at a news conference where my colleague Jake Tapper, then at ABC, now at CNN, said to Barack Obama, "You keep talking about gun control, where you been?" And he wasn't very happy about it. But the bottom line I'm asking you, Antoine, is what did Barack Obama do for 8 years about gun control if this is such a big Democratic priority?
Well, I remember very distinctively after the Connecticut shooting, this president, Barack Obama, with tears in his eyes, talked about how he felt it, and he felt like it was personal and called for Congress to do something on this issue.
Right, but pardon me, there had been many tragedies before that. So, yes, I was there, and he was very emotional about Newtown, and rightly so. But the point is, for example, he had a Democratic House and a Democratic Senate at the beginning of his tenure. They didn't get anything done.
Well, the only thing I can tell you, my friend, is that he called for action and he led what leaders do. Here we are, another shooting in another scenario in which there be 10 families planning funerals that did not intend to be planning funerals in this manner. And the truth of the matter is we've seen this before. I've been through it myself. I know what it's like to lose a friend in a mass shooting as I did in Charleston, South Carolina, where my friend Clemente Pinckney, the pastor of that church, lost his life with 8 other people. And yet here we are almost 3 years later, and nothing has been done on this issue of gun reform at the federal level. So I think what Jimmy was doing was using his platform to say we have to do something and hold these people accountable who hold this leadership
Antoine,
role.
we're certainly sorry about your loss and your friend, but I want to get Lawrence in here as well.
Yeah, let me say something. I've never seen a better example of white privilege than Jimmy Kimmel. He's a rich white man that has security, but he doesn't want other Americans to have security as well, have the Second Amendment. Look, we've seen this happen where in communities where people look like me and Antoine, they have passed gun legislation, but it didn't work. So I'm going to tell you this. We've tried it your way. We've tried a deliberate way where they have gun control, and it did not help our communities. And so I'm not willing to disarm myself. One thing I will say is that I wish the left would be a little bit more honest. Can they just say they don't like the Second Amendment?
But Lawrence, this should not be about left versus right. This should not be about whether Democrats. Lawrence, this is not about whether Democrats want to take away your gun. Look, I love my gun. I'm a proud CWP holder. But the truth of the matter is, we need to do everything we can to prevent these things from happening.
So what do you suggest we do? What do we do? Because there's no legislation that would have fixed this shooting.
We need reasonable gun reform measures to prevent another Charleston. To prevent another Parkland shooting, to prevent another Newtown. That's what we need. But we need a president and we need leaders who will lead on the issue.
Right, but
the bottom line, though, is, Ed, no gun law would have prevented this situation, and that's why Antoine couldn't name not one law to prevent
Of course I can. Like, for instance, people with mental health should never have gun issues. I mean, have guns in their hands. That's one prime example that I think you and I should agree with.
He stole his gun from his
I'm not speaking to just this issue, Lawrence.
Right.
I'm saying in general.
Antoine, Lawrence, we always enjoy having you on. Have a good Sunday.
Thank you.
All right.